Elliott Sadler in the 19.
He's in 22nd right now, Larry, and coming fast.
Talking about the Gillette Evernham cars, talking about Casey Kane in the 9. There's Elliott Sadler in the 19 car. Had a great run at Daytona. About all of the Gillette Evernham cars did. Ended up finishing up in the top 10. Right now, he's back in the 20th position, about 13.5 seconds behind leader Jeff Gordon.
I think he finished 6th, didn't he?
Yeah.
Good run. I tell you what I'm waiting to see.
A lead change?
Oh, I think that might have been planned.
Jimmy Johnson in front. Now, he's already led a couple of laps.
All right, what Jeff Gordon would love to do is to get on the rear bumper of the 48 car. It changes the pressure on the nose, and it will suck that paper off. Let's see if he can do it.
Sounds like a plan, Matt.
Look, see it flapping?
That's exactly the game plan. Steve Letarte told Jeff, just back up, let Jimmy go by. We could try to get the debris off the grill because the temperatures continue to rise. Steve?
And Matt, as you said, Jimmy Johnson in on the game plan the whole way. Just before that move, he told crew chief Chad Knaus that his car was a little snug, but happy loose off. Dick.
Dick Berggren.
Tony Stewart has dropped back to the 12th position. Car tight in the center.
You still see so much trash flying around.
I can't believe all the debris that's flying around. Unbelievable.
Well, mission accomplished for Gordon, because Jimmy Johnson, with that change of air pressure with the car in front, has moved that piece of plastic debris off to the side and away from the grill opening on Gordon's car.
And one reason they could do this, they had over a 2-second lead over Casey Kane in the 9, the 3rd place car.
35 laps on the board. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon over Kane, and then the Fords of Greg Biffle and Carl Edwards.
The Auto Club 500, powered by Q Motor Oil, is sponsored by FedEx. Every day is race day. By Warner Brothers' new motion picture 10,000 BC in theaters Friday, March 7th. And by State Farm. Great service, great rates. Nobody takes care of you like State Farm.
And I thought Mother Nature was a race fan. You can see that the rain that had been building over in Los Angeles about an hour ago has made its way 60 miles east to Fontana, and rain has put us under the 3rd caution flag of the day, which is about all that has prevented Jeff Gordon from running away from the field.
Well, this 24-hour race will get over, you know, in 24 hours.
But you're right. Once he got that paper off that grill, he said, Jimmy Johnson, it's time for me to go again.
Darrell, what happened to our vortex theory?
I know it didn't work that time. I believe but there's no grandstands in turns 3 and 4.
Oh, okay.
And there's none in 1 and 2 down here, and so we can't get the circle going.
So the vortex of hot air does not.
Here's the pattern I've seen, though. I think it only works on the East Coast.
Oh, no, that's a good point.
There you go. There you go.
Does the vortex go backwards in California?
Yeah, that's it.
Australia.
Somewhere out here.
Toilets flush backwards and all that. Kurt Busch has reported overheating on his number 2 Dodge, and pit road will be open this time. All we can hope is that this is a brief shower and that we're very quickly able to dry the track and get back underway.
And I would anticipate we will have a lot of takers because we are still well away from the halfway point. So I would say that pit road probably could be a very busy place.
Yeah, it doesn't do any good to stay out right now, even if it should start raining. Other than if you want some good TV time.
Yeah, we lack 86 laps of getting to halfway, at which point this race would be official.
I'd come in and get my tires now while pit road's dry.
Reed Sorensen is back in the race. He gets the free pass. He's the only car laps down, so he'll get back one of his 10 laps for repairs in the garage. Krista?
Carl Edwards said his car is just a little bit tight in the center and now getting a little bit loose off. So they are going to make a small adjustment and they want a little more bite and 4 tires. Dick.
Greg Biffle has motored forward from 14th position to the 5th position. Car just a little bit tight. They're making minor adjustments to try to fix that. Matt.
24 is in there trying to clean the debris off the grill. Mike Tiny Houston, the former pro wrestler and tire carrier, he'll probably reach up right before Gordon leaves to get one last grab off that grill. Steve?
Jimmy Johnson says the back of the car is out of the track. 4 tires. They'll make a small chassis adjustment. You saw Casey Kane seconds ago. His car also loose.
Now, John Andretti did not pit, and I'm not sure Dale Jarrett made it to pit road either. I know Andretti formed up behind the pace car, and so did Jarrett. If they don't pit, John Andretti will get to lead a lap.
There's nothing can beat that in pit box, because all you have to do is move a few feet, and you see it, the 48 team, they win the battle off pit road.
NASCAR on Fox, the Auto Club 500, powered by Q Motor Oil and the Auto Club Speedway. We are under caution and time for an AT&T race break. And you look inside the world of Richard Childress Racing's Jeff Burton and the 31 Chevrolet using CV on your AT&T handset. You can access all the inside RCR content. Right now, under caution, let's take a look, Jeff Hammond, at the pit stop moment ago.
Yeah, we always talk about how things go on pit road. Just a moment ago, we were watching the 20 car of Tony Stewart. Watch the front tire carrier. He's trying to clean, his name's Tom Dean. He's trying to clean the front grille. You can see him right there circled. As the car's dropped, all of a sudden his foot gets caught under this front splitter, pulls him down. Luckily, he was not really run over by a tire, but at the same time, it definitely got his attention. I guarantee you, it gave him a moment right there to think, oh, me, I'm getting ready to get hurt.
The pit crews having to work so hard, and you talked about drivers, crew chief, and of course the pit crew having to wait this out. We were delayed by more than 2 hours to start the race. Then we had another hour-plus delay with the red flag. But they got to be on their toes, no pun intended, throughout.
For sure, right there. And I always like to say, real men work in the pits. That's a good example right there of bouncing back from a situation that looked really very scary.
And we hope the rain holds off, because if you were with us earlier, you know how it went. A quick recap of rain last night and through the morning. Once it stopped, they got the jet dryers out to keep the track nice and dry. Denny Hamlin was the first to hit a wet spot. We thought at first it might have been a tire going down, but no, his Goodyears were fine. It was a bad year to hit the water spot, and that created a wreck. And then Casey Mears on lap 21 also hitting a seepage area on the track. Dale Earnhardt Jr. involved, his car wrecked, so Mears and Hendrick teammate Jr. involved. Reed Sorensen involved. To watch Sam Hornish Jr. in the 77 coming up hitting, and the fire comes up, but all the drivers were physically okay.
Physically okay. The cars were definitely damaged, but you see right here, red flag conditions for that seepage on the racetrack, and they cut grooves to try to relieve that pressure and to make the track safer right there. Again, Jimmy Johnson went out, checked the condition along with his teammate Jeff Gordon, and he gave thumbs up. And here you see the race off of pit road with Jimmy Johnson coming out first, beating his teammate Jeff Gordon off of pit road.
So 44 laps through, Dale Jarrett and his Toyota in his swan song this year, leading Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon, Carl Edwards and David Gilliland for the moment.
Right now we're taking a look at the front splitter right there with some concern about the brace, but you can see that there's no damage right there. I can promise you something right now about these splitters. They're probably one of the toughest parts of these race cars today. You can bounce them off the racetrack and then keep right on going along. So I don't think running over that of Tom Dean's foot had any kind of damage to it.
Yeah, I'm sure Tom would love to hear about that. Let's drop in-car audio. One of the great things about NASCAR allows us to eavesdrop, and let's check in on the 55 car, Michael Waltrip.
I'm not driving it, I'm just riding in it. So whatever we think we know, we need to rethink it.
10-4.
And Michael Waltrip's comments, Jeff, I guess everybody else heard them. You and I had trouble hearing.
What did he say?
You and Darrell talked about that driver-crew chief communication. Well,
what we have here is a failure to communicate.
Well, hopefully America was listening and could hear okay. This is an AT&T race break and a look inside the world of Richard Childress Racing. Jeff Burton and the 31 Chevrolet using CV on your AT&T handset. You can access all the inside RCR content. And when we talked to Richard Childress yesterday, he was saying through testing, at least coming into this race, that he thought that Jeff Burton had a pretty good chance on this particular track and on this race.
Well, it's just his type of racetrack. Again, Jeff is very smooth. He knows how to, like work on the car, get it kind of balanced back out. So, you would expect a guy like him to be able to kind of rise to the top and be a factor before the end of the day.
All right, and the Sunoco Fuel gas line, as you see, getting ready to fill her up.
Definitely that right there. See that long line right there with the Sunoco gasoline. And again, this is the brand that is run at every racetrack all year long.
Just like the Goodyear tires that they throw on the car. Let's head back upstairs, rejoin Darrell, Larry, and Mike.
You can't buy that fuel at your local gas station. It's 99 octane. It is unleaded. And it's provided the teams without charge. 57 degrees. Getting a little chilly out there.
And we're definitely hearing that the track temperature is not much warmer than that. And, of course, that just means more grip, and these things are going to make more horsepower.
And we're going to get 1 to go at the line.
1 to go, and then, of course, here comes Jarrett. Now he'll make his stop. He got the lead a lap there under those caution laps. I noticed Jeff Burton had his seal cracked just a little bit because I think it was fogging up on him. See, he's got a little opening, a little crack underneath there, keeping it from fogging up on him, and the temperature's dropped that much. And what is he doing now?
He's going to get a drink. I believe that's a drink tube, is it not?
I believe it is. Yeah.
Good job, buddy. Let's go green. Let's go racing.
Now, Darrell, you just had mentioned Dale Jarrett hit pit road when we got the 1 to go, and the question may be asked, well, why in the world did he stay out there if he was coming to pit road? If you just lead a lap in the race, it doesn't matter if it's under caution, under green. 1 lap, it's 5 bonus points. Actually, John Andretti did it as everyone hit pit road in the 34 car. He got 5 points, and he pitted, and that gave the lead to this 44 UPS car.
Something we sometimes call doing the Dave Marcus, because Dave, as an independent driver owner, often took advantage of the opportunity to stay out when the rest of the cars in the lead lap pitted and pick up those 5 points. And you know what? That means points, and it means dollars at the end of the season.
And those teams, you get a feeling they may be fighting to stay in the top 35, where they definitely will be locked into the show.
Looks like we're ready for our Clareton Clear to Drive restart. Luke Clareton Clear, indoors and out. We will restart with 38 cars on the lead lap, and Reed Sorensen, after repairs, 9 laps down.
Every car that went by, it looked like, without exception, had some debris on the grill, stuck in that the cavity underneath the bumper there.
We'll complete 47 laps this time by. Green flag.
We still have 38 cars on the lead lap. Right now, Reed Sorensen is 9 laps down, back out on the racetrack in the 41 car. And we're showing Dale Earnhardt Jr., Casey Mears, Sam Hornish Jr., Denny Hamlin in the garage area. And there's a battle for the lead, not to be a battle on that 24 car. If you're going to win this race, you're going to have to beat that 24 car.
Well, here comes the guy I'm anxious to see what he can do with that 24 car. 99, we heard about how good he is. This is the best shot at getting up there and showing it.
Carl Edwards to second place. Movers and shakers. That number 18 of Kyle Busch keeps forging his way through the field. He's fighting for 16th right now, 4 wide.
That's the great thing about